Hey, shipmates, how's it going? I'm Mike Little, the PAO and Assistant Membership Director for the ABMA. We're going to wait for a few people to come on here, and then we will I'll answer your questions that you might have about the new membership program that we've launched yesterday, as well as any questions you might have about our new website. And then I'm also happy to just to help assist you with any changes that are happening throughout the ABMA at this time. So look forward to answering some of your questions and seeing what we can do to make your organization better. I want to thank the president for allowing me to interact with the members through this platform. I think that this is a great way for us to grow our membership and to grow what we're doing. So, like I said, if you have questions that you'd like me to answer, feel free to drop them in the comments below. We're really here to answer questions about the new membership program, any issues that you might be struggling with the membership over the last few years. We're trying to get that corrected and fixed, and we're really just here to make this organization better for you. The better that we do for the AB community, the better that they are out in the fleet whenever it comes to their safety and survivability. So the ABMA was started back in 1971 with a group of ABs who wanted to really put together like a reunion for all the older ABs that were together, but it grew into something even larger that allowed for us to make severe changes in naval aviation. And that's what the key of what we're doing is coming together to really address and make sure that those needs are met throughout the fleet. So if you're not a member of the ABMA, it's a lot easier to sign up now. Things are very much interactive. And as you sign up, like, you're immediately being added to our list and receiving your new membership cards. So I hope that you like that going forward. Again, feel free to add questions in the comments below, and I'll start answering those questions for you. A few questions that have been asked so far was, I signed up for the ABMA 15, 20, maybe even 2 years ago, and I have not received anything from the ABMA. And I'm not getting communications from you. So if you aren't aware, our former membership was managed via an Excel spreadsheet. That was started in 1999 by legendary Stony Burke, who was a great AB and just loved our organization and loved being a part of his shipmates' lives. And he was really the guy that was holding a lot of this together. Held many positions in the ABMA, and as things happened with him, we just kind of, when he passed away, we lost a lot of information. We lost a lot of documents that were important to us, and we're slowly recovering a lot of that stuff, but it's taking a lot of time. And the members who are volunteering to do this job, they have full-time employment that they're doing. They're running businesses. Most of them are retired and they're working in the defense industry. So a lot of times they're not even able to work on the ABMA stuff until after hours, around 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. So it's a lot of volunteerism that's taken to get this back up and running. I came on board the ABMA back in August of the last ABMA, and I joined the board of directors. And so I've been bringing a lot of my knowledge from working in the nonprofit field to the association, which is what you're seeing now, more live streams. We have a membership program that interactively interacts with our members. We're able to communicate with you in real time with this new membership program. So about 100 people signed up or renewed their membership last night. You immediately received the communication that you have been added to the list. For those of you that just signed up, you got your new digital membership card. Those membership cards are able to be put onto your Apple Wallet and things like that. So we're excited about how we're able to do that. Now, if you signed up for a life membership, so before, if you signed up for a membership, you would receive a card in the mail and things like that. So now you won't. So now what you're going to get is on your phone, you will receive a digital card. And so I don't know if you're going to be able to see or not, but on my iPhone, I have the wallet app, right? And so on the wallet app, you can see all of my cards here that work interactively, right? So now we have an ABMA card that'll go directly into your wallet. And this card will allow us to, if you're not a life member, we'll be able to tell you if your dues are expired. We'll be able to tell you if, if your chapters change. So if you've moved locations, we can change your chapter. So right now, there'll be another section that'll be added in the next few weeks, and it'll have your chapter location on there as well. So this is one of the ways that we're going to be interacting with you moving forward. So a lot of you won't have this information right now, but if you send me so in the next week or so, these cards will be sent out to all the previous members, and then you'll get your new ones here shortly. So that's pretty exciting. Something new that we've done, that we're doing. So going forward, if you've been a life member in the past, you don't currently have that, but you'll get it in the next few weeks. But if you signed up yesterday, you're going to get that right away. So that's pretty cool, I think. If you have an Android phone, it also works the same way, but I think you actually have to download a certain wallet app to use that feature. So something new. Now, if you're a life member, you'll also continue to get your certificate that you normally get, as well as the lapel pin, and we'll send that out to you. It'll take a little bit. We're still working to get the lapel pins sent to Miss Dodson, who's our actual membership director. So give us time on that, and we'll get that taken care of. We want to make sure that we're communicating with you. So going forward, perks of membership include us, communicating with our ABs. So everybody who signed up for the mailing list back between December and last month, you're going to continue to get our newsletters and the ADSAG newsletters that we put out and other things. But coming August 4th, everyone's going to be cut off of that list if you're not a paid member, right? So we have to give something to the paid members, and that's what we're going to do. So the flight deck times, where we're highlighting the ABs in the fleet, that's going to continue going to the membership. But if you haven't signed up for a membership, you're going to get dropped off of rolls. So I'm just going to go into Join It real quick and just look at the numbers. But we have over like 700 something members who haven't paid their dues since 2014. Now, there's some discrepancy with that, right? And so with all changes come some hiccups. And so one of the major hiccups that we found so far is we have 653 inactive members who haven't paid their dues. Well, a lot of those members are probably life members. And like I said, when Mr. Burke, when Chief Burke passed away, we lost a lot of information, and we kind of had to start over. So if you have received a notification saying that your membership is inactive or that your dues have expired, don't freak out. Don't think that we're trying to like pull one over on you. Send us a message, and we'll work with you to make sure we correct that situation. And if you're a life member, if you have a receipt of that, send it to us. If you have a copy of your certificate or your life membership card, send that to us, and we'll work with you. But if you don't have that, don't worry. Like we're not going to come out here and fight you to make you pay your membership again. If you can help us, figure out when you did your life membership, and a gentleman did it with me yesterday, right? He contacted me. He said, "Hey, I'm a life member. I was at a picnic in 2003, and he remembered all these details about doing it, and so we made him a life member again, right?" So ABs aren't. Well, I mean, some ABs, they're going to try to pull one over on you, right? Because that's what we do. But at the same time, like, we're not out here to try to pull one over on any of our ABs. It's a fun time. It's a fun organization, but it's a serious professional organization at the same time. So if you got a dues notice, you're a little upset because you're a life member, don't worry about it. Shoot me a message at the email that I'm going to put below, and we're happy to do it. So just email us at membership@abmatacusn.org, and we'll make sure that we fix that situation. So now, if you just shoot me a message and say I'm a life member and that's it, like I can't just make you a life member. But if you give me a little bit more details than that, we'll do it. One guy even sent me a handwritten receipt that he received in 2013 for his life membership. We fixed it. Okay. So, but again, if you don't have that information, let's just try to figure out like when it happened and when you became the life member, and we'll get it fixed. This program cost us money. So like all things, like we are a nonprofit, we're not a charity. There are two different things. So it cost us money to run our organization. So programs like this that I'm on live with, so that you can see these different, so you can see who I am and see our email address, see our website. It costs us money. So every time we use this, it costs us a little bit. The program that we're using for membership, it costs us about $800 a year. So we have to make money. Now, good news is last night over 100 of you corrected your information, or you signed up or renewed, and we've almost broke even in 24 hours for this membership program. So I think we figured it out. And as long as 34 people renew their membership every year, then it won't cost the organization money for us to do this, because it's planned into our budget to pay for this. So everybody that makes that renews their membership, they allow us to continue to use technology to work with the organization going forward, right? So that's important. I'm going to go back over here. It looked like I had some. Was there any other questions? So, all right. So President Flores has sent us a message here. Please update your emails. We prefer you to use your personal email, not your .mil account. It's easier for us to stay in touch with you if you do this, because a lot of people right now are emailing me saying, hey, I signed up and I was on the Constellation and I don't remember what that email address was. And then one guy was really funny, and he said he was on the Midway and he didn't remember what his email address was because they didn't have email on that ship. So, haha, I get it. You may not remember what those emails were. Message me. I can run your name in the system. It takes me about 30 seconds to update that. But the thing about it is also with your .mil account, you're not able to use the features that we send you with that email, right? So if we send you a link to a video, you're not able to pull that up from your .email account. If I send you a PDF, you're likely not going to be able to pull it up from your .mil account. The Navy technically does not want you to use your .mil account for things outside of the Navy. So we prefer we do this. It allows us to stay in communication with you after you get out of the Navy. Remember, we are a networking organization, right? So there are potentially, so estimated, right? There's an estimated 4.8 million Navy veterans alive in the nation today, right? So of those, there's about 10,000 ABs in the fleet at any given time. So if you figure up the math between how many ABs serve in the Navy and how many veterans there are, there's potentially about 90,000 ABs that are out there in the community that we can help you get in communication with. So we are starting to get more communication with businesses that want to hire ABs. So if you so we want to be able to help connect you. So when you get out of the Navy, we can help you, get in contact with people that are working in the civilian world, right? So my shipmate is Roger Getz. He's working over at the shipyards in Norfolk for Huntington Ingalls. And so if he has a potential position out there, we can connect you with people like Roger to make sure that you're able to get the jobs that you're looking for. Right now there's a gentleman in Lakehurst who's working for a company. He's looking for ABF. So we'll be posting about jobs in Lakehurst that you could potentially sign up for on there. We also have resources to connect you with people to do resume reviews, right? So great resource with that. So this isn't just about being active duty in the Navy. This is beyond that, right? So we are a professional organization, and we're kind of your alumni association whenever you get out. So very important that you give us those personal email addresses whenever you log in. Currently we're not able to communicate with 665 ABs because we either don't have your email address or you transferred to another ship across the fleet, or you've gotten out. So a lot of the email addresses we have are for .mil accounts, and we're not able to communicate with you. I believe yesterday I sent out the newsletter with the president's message in it, and 200 of those emails were immediately bounced because we weren't able to communicate with you because they were bad email addresses. So shoot me a message. Make sure you email us at the membership email, and we'll help you get that fixed. It just takes a few seconds. So I'm looking. Remember, if you have any questions, add the questions in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. You know what? I'm going to add Sally Zimmerman's comment here. So Sally says that if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, join, renew, and help out AB's role. So great comment from a good shipmate here. So I really appreciate all the love and support that we're getting. But this is like one of the things that is really important for your career. So feel free to add your comments below, and we'll start answering them. Some other hiccups that we had yesterday during the launch was some of you had signed up a couple months ago and you haven't received the information that you were expecting. Just so you're aware, we knew we were transitioning for the last few months. We kind of scaled back on what we were doing when it came to the PayPal payments and everyone signing up via paper. So that stuff hasn't been sent out yet. We were kind of waiting for this new program to launch because it was going to be easier for us to catch up. So if you haven't received your stuff and you haven't received notification from us yet, email us at the email address provided here, and we'll make sure that we get hot on that. Most of you who messaged the page saying that you signed up 2 or 3 months ago, we started working on that last night. So make sure that if you stay in communication with us, it's easier for us to stay in communication with you, and we'll make sure we get that fixed. The website is up and running. It's abmatechusn.org, just like it always has. It's housed in a new location now, so we've saved a lot of money by switching it to Google Sites. The web page was costing us about $500 a year before. Now it's free. And so with free comes some less features, right? So whenever we send out the link, it's not going to have the pretty ABMA logo on it right now. They don't offer that at Google at this time, but I think they're working to update that. So, but when you go to the page, you're able to interact with it. You're going to be able to find how to write people up as an ABMA of the year. As an AB of the year, I'm sorry. We're working to get something on there to how to write someone up for the Lieutenant Commander Regina P. Mills Award. You'll find how to write someone up for the AB Living Legends or posthumous legends. So that's always going to be there. We're also working to add some things on the page that will allow for ABs to just to interact. If you go to the calendar, you can actually connect it to your phone. And anytime we add events to the calendar, you'll be able to see them in real time. So if you're a member of a chapter or if you're a president of a chapter, please email us at the membership email and tell us when you're having events. We'll add it to the ABMA calendar so other ABs that might be in the area will know what you're doing and what's going on. If you're having a meeting, send it to us. We'll put it on our calendar for you. And if you're a part of a chapter, we don't have contacts with all the chapters. So if you're a president of a chapter or a secretary, or if you're a member of a chapter and you know who those people are, send us an email so that we can get in communications with them. Because if we can't communicate with our chapters, then it's hard for us to assign members to a chapter in our new membership system. So this membership system not only will allow us to email to better make our national organization more organized, we can also work with the chapters to make the chapters organizations more organized. And so we'll be able to work with that also. If you're a regional if you're a regional president, communicate with us. We don't have that information. Please email me. I know the secretary has been trying to get that under control for quite some time, so I'm happy to do that as well. What else am I missing? Oh, a gentleman last night realized that he was on the website as an AB of the year in 1980 for the Atlantic Fleet. Actually, we had those swapped. He was the Pacific Fleet AB of the year, and so we were able to fix that. So feel free to let us know if we made any mistakes on that. The chaplains page will start keeping track of all the ABs who have gone on and joined the Eternal Flight Quarters list. If you know of an AB who has passed away, who is not on the Eternal Flight Quarters list, if you go to the chaplains page on the website, there's a form you can fill out to add your shipmate to that section, and we'll start doing a better job of putting that information out. If you're not aware, the ABMA for this year in Pensacola has been canceled. We will meet next year in San Diego as of right now, and they are working to put together one of a really great 50th anniversary for us. So we're looking forward to going to San Diego and working with them on that. And if you want more details on that, it'll be on the website. Those are things that are not specific to membership. So if anyone can come to the symposium or come to the working group, but to vote at the working group or become a part of the organization, you have to be a member, right? So it's really important that we make those people members. We got this comment here from the AB detail, one of the AB detailers. So he's going to be emailing and updating the AB Career Pass. So we are going to make a section for the career counselor on our website. So please make sure you're tracking that. Anything that comes from the AB detailer that will not be ABMA specific. So that'll be open to all members. So we won't add that in. So we'll have a section in it to the newsletter, but as soon as he sends us anything, that'll always go to the Facebook page. And we'll make him a section on the website so you can see that there as well. But please, anytime that you need to know about your career pass, come here and we will make sure that you're in communication. So we have, I remember whenever I was on active duty, it was really hard for us to communicate with our detailers all the time, but we have a direct line with the AB detailers in Tennessee. And so we're happy to make sure that everything that they need to tell you is being put out, firsthand. So make sure you're following the page for that. If you don't know ABs that aren't following the page, tell them to follow the page because this is where they're getting the most up-to-date information, right? So thank you, Cian Chasey, for always doing that. His team has been amazing with this whole transition and really helping us stay in communication with our shipmates. Remember, if you have questions, add the questions below, and I'll answer them for you. I'm gonna go live for about another 15 minutes here, just in case there are other questions that come across, and we'll make sure that we get those answered for you. So, a couple of other things that we're going to be working on is our flight deck times that I've been publishing. We did have to throttle back on that a little bit. I've got a couple jobs in the ABMA, so I'm on the board of directors, I'm the PAO, and I'm the new assistant membership director. So the flight deck times was great. You guys were loving it, but we weren't able to communicate with you, right? So the biggest problem was communication. So what did we have to do to fix that? Well, we had to build a new web page that was better, that was easier to access and easier for us to update. We had to put together a membership roster so we could do a better job of tracking you and updating your information. So now that works interactively, right? So you join the organization or you update your information. You can do it on your own. I don't have to do it for you. Now, as like you change things, if you change your email, if you change your address, we're able to interact with you. So once we get running, give me about a couple months, we'll start back up with the flight deck times. And I want to highlight the sailors that are out there in the fleet. So if you have an AB that you want to recognize, shoot them over to me and I'll start doing it, right? So I owe you guys a females and the women in the Navy piece. I've been working on it. I have those articles queued up, so I apologize they didn't come out last month or a couple months ago like they were supposed to, but they will be going out still. We will still be recognizing our female ABs that are out there. Those articles are still in the queue, so we'll push those out first. Any of the other heritage months that we've missed during this time, we will continue to push that out. So we apologize they may not be in the months that we were expecting to publish them, but everything had to come. So all right, here's a question that come from Bosun Martinez. So everything is sold out in the ship store. Please give us time to catch up on the ship store. There's been a lot of changes coming down the pipe in the last few months. That's the one thing that we've not been able to get a handle on at this time. We're working on it. Bosun Wallace does a great job of running our ship store, but we also have some cool updates that are coming with that, right? So a lot of you have been telling us, like, you want better things to buy. You want nicer shirts. You want buy a pair of gym shorts. You want to buy jackets. You want to buy whatever, right? We're working on that. Okay. So we're signing into a contract with a company called Queensboro, and you're going to be able to go and buy AB branded items from them. Anything from Nike to Adidas to Under Armour to North Face, Columbia, Carhartt. You can get a nice Carhartt jacket if you're one of the country boys, right? You can go get some, if you're a workout guy, you can go get some Under Armour items, right? So we got some cool things coming with that. Now, those are going to be specifically the AB logo that you have up here, ABMA logo, and then the AB wings. So there's a lot of great artists that are in the community out there, and they make some really cool things. We're probably not going to sell a lot of that stuff because, we don't want to take away from them, right? So they're selling that stuff, so they should still sell those things. But we want to offer you AB specific items, right? So just things that are associated with our organization. So, in the future, maybe we'll work with some of those guys that do that. But right now, it's easier for us if we just kind of stick with the ABMA branded items plus the AB wings. So you'll be able to, hopefully that'll be up and running in the next 2 months. But the items that are in the ship store now that are ABMA specific, the belt buckles, the pins and things like that, we should be able to get those back up and running in the next few weeks. So she does have a lot of that stuff in stock. We're working to get the inventory numbers for all of those items. That way we're not selling things that are out of stock. And then we have to refund your money. So one of the biggest problems with the old ship store was we weren't able to update the stock on a regular basis. Now we are. So we will be able to get that updated in real time. So once Bosun Wallace gets those numbers, I'll get them updated in the store and you'll be able to start buying things. So I hope that answers that question. Again, if you have questions, add them below in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my ability. It's been fun. It's been a good transition so far. A lot of work has gone into this. A lot of ABs have put in a lot of effort. Our national president this year has just done an amazing job. But it's the AB presidents that have come before him that have really teed up a lot of the things that we're working on. So just if you get an opportunity, go to the page, check out the past president list. Thank those AB presidents for setting us up for success. And if you get an opportunity, our national president, Oscar Flores, has done an amazing job that's out there. So really excited for him and what he's doing. If you don't know, because the working group was canceled this year, all AB positions in the ABMA have been held over to San Diego. So everyone will get an additional year onto their commitment to the ABMA. So we'll be working with the same president, vice president, membership director. Everybody will get another year added to their stuff. So it's exciting to know that. Have a question that's come in from an ABH1. So would you be able to have a segment for those ABs doing great and big things while in shore duty, instructor of the year, overseas tours, AB's command sailors of the year, great things at AB's, big things too? Absolutely. So ABH1, if anyone has this information, right, big Navy out there, it would be really hard for me to go in and find all the commands information for every command that's out there. If you have an AB in the spotlight, if you have a recruiter of the year, if you have an AB if you have a sailor of the year in your command and they're an AB, if you have an AB that was advanced to the next pay grade, selected for meritorious advancement, if you have an AB that's re-enlisted or retiring or whatever, send me a message. We would love to promote them. Yesterday, the the Eisenhower sent me an email, and they said, hey, we have an ABH-1 who's on another ship. They sent us a care package. Things were getting kind of rough out here. And this package, like, she sent an inspirational note to us, and it was just amazing. And can you do something to recognize her? And within minutes, we put something up, recognizing ABHC Hemphill, which I believe her name actually changed, because I think I seen someone tagged her in a post with a different name. So apologize if I missed your married name on that. But the way the ABs on that ship had asked us, think it was ABHC Hemphill. So thank you for that. But yes, ABH-1, send us all of that information. You can send it to my email address, pao@abma-usn.org. And I know I just spelled that out, but I was making a banner for you. So if you send me all of your AB updates, send it to me. I will put it on the Facebook page. I'll put it on Twitter account. I'll put it on the Instagram. Send me pictures. If you got pictures, that'd be great. If you have a video, send me a video. That'd be great. Once the COVID-19 thing ends and I'm able to travel again, I would love to come to your commands. And I could even do a live stream of those events. If you're retiring or re-enlisting, we want to highlight our ABs that are in the fleet. So please send me that information, and I'm happy to get that going for you. Again, questions, throw them in the comments below and I'll get to them. And I'll probably go live for about another 15 minutes here, and then we'll log off. So I know this has been a long session. I thank you for all the people who have stayed with us. But the goal is to make sure I'm answering the question that you have and need. So if you have questions, throw them in the comments below, and I'll get those answered for you. I'm looking forward to what the future of the ABMA holds. If you don't know my background on the ABMA, I joined as an annual member back in 2003 at an ABMA picnic that they had, and one of our bosuns, who's now our secretary, Lieutenant Thornton, he really pushed us to try to become members back then because it was important to him. And so I listened to what he had to say about it, and I joined. And I stayed an annual member for quite a while. And then in 2009, I was actually in Iraq doing an individual augmentee billet, guarding detainees. And I had like extra money in the bank account. And so I just paid my life membership and became a life member. And I stayed pretty active for a little bit. I joined the chapter, was part of the 2009 symposium that they held in San Diego. And I kind of left I wasn't in an AB centric area because I went back to Southern Illinois, and so I stayed a member, stayed up to date with what they were doing. But I moved to Washington D.C. and I started working in nonprofits. I did some time working as an advisor to the White House, and I helped work on some different veteran related issues. And deep down inside, like something was missing. Like I was loving working with veteran issues, but I was missing my community. So I decided I was going to become more active in the ABMA. I'm just a couple hours south of Lakehurst, where I'm at in Cape May, New Jersey. And I'm working with the Lakehurst chapter to re-engage our mother chapter and get things going. And it's been great to work with Lieutenant Commander King on that. And so I joined the board of directors, and now I'm kind of helping bring a lot of the changes to the ABMA so that we can get things up and running. So that's my background, and that's why I'm involved. And the reason that I want to be involved is I've seen the changes that the ABMA has brought to the Navy that has made safety for our ABs even better. So before the ABMA started, crashes on the flight deck were higher than what they are today because the ABMA was able to bring forth a lot of changes to the NATOPS, to naval aviation in general. And then they've done that by working with other organizations. Thanks, Commander King. Appreciate that. So I also want to know why you're a member of the ABMA. So if you could send me your stories about why you're a member of the ABMA, I would love to tell those stories. So if you send us an email to pao@abmatechusn.org and tell me why you're a member. Why did you join? Who talked you into joining? Why should other ABs join? What is it that they get out of that, right? We're working to put together a membership strategy group in the next month or so to really address a lot of those issues. So we want to hear from you. We want to know why you did it. But I would love to feature you in some of our Facebook posts and some of our newsletters and tell your story about why you're a member, because you becoming a member might be what causes one of your junior sailors to become a member, right? So help us tell that story. Looked like the president made a comment below, so all comments from the president get put up. So ABH1, good to hear from you. I recognize that our ABs that are doing hard work in shore duty are not mentioned often. We reached out to the leadership of recruiting districts and training commands regarding this year's A-Boy applications. I am sorry to say that we received no applications from the recruiting districts. One of my goals this coming year is to make sure our ABs on shore duty also get the recognition they deserve. And I think that goes to say that, we've been working on that for quite some time. And I think that's something that the national president will definitely be able to get going for us. So thanks for that comment, Mr. President. Again, if you can add the information below, if you could add your comments below, I would love to answer any questions you have. We'll stay on for about a little bit longer. Hey, there's my shipmate, AB Landon Jameson. I miss seeing you guys whenever I was in Suda Bay. It's good to see you're still active in the community, shipmate, and I'm looking forward to seeing some big things from you too, right? So cool stuff there. Let's see. So we went over the webpage. We went over membership. We went over how to update your membership. I'll do a recap on that. So if you joined the ABMA and you received an email in the last few days saying that you're expired or your free membership is up, and you think that you're a life member or a paid up member, shoot us an email at the membership email address here provided, and we will get that information to you. We'll help you fix that information. So if you don't remember the email you signed up with, if you signed up from the Kitty Hawk and you definitely don't remember how that email address was written, shoot us an email, membership@abma-usn.org, and we will make sure that we help you get that fixed. It just takes a few seconds. I got to find your name in the system, and then I go in, I input the new email address, and then you're good to go. If you're not aware, we're doing new membership cards, and so your membership cards look like this. So if you go to your wallet, you'll see that you're able to put your membership card actually in your wallet. Man, it's like time to get all my notifications right. So you click on your ABMA membership card, bam, your new membership cards are right here. We're able to communicate with you. We can pop you a message into your phone if we need to or whatever to help you with that. We can also notify you of changes to your membership and things like that as well. So we're also, so that's the easy thing. If you haven't received those yet and you are a life member or you are a paid up member, we're working to get those pushed out to all the members as quick as possible. So we'll get that out to you whenever we get an opportunity. So who's the president right now? The president right now is Lieutenant Commander Oscar Flores, who is actually selected to be commander. He's our force handler right now. And his email address is president@abma-usn.org. So if you would like to communicate with the national president, his information is below. So Lieutenant Commander Oscar Flores is the national president. President@abma-usn.org is how you communicate with him directly. Great guy. Loved working with him. And good stuff coming from him and from everybody. If you have ABs you want to recognize on the spotlight, PAO@abma-usn.org. Questions about membership@abma-usn.org. If you have any updates of your presidents, of your regional presidents, of your secretaries, of your chapters. Send them to pao@abma-usn.org. I will make sure I get them updated to our people. Hold on a second. Okay, so here's a good comment from ABH1. So she came back, so we want to make sure we change this dynamic, right? So all ABs are eligible for the for ABOY packages, and so we want to make sure that we change this talking point, right? So make sure that that we're getting that out. And so ABH1, when you're done, if you could shoot me an email at pao@abma-usn.org, I will connect you directly to the president's email, and you guys can communicate with that offline. I know that's something that the commander definitely wants to do. This is his ABMA email. If you email him here, he'll get it. But if you email me, I'll connect you directly. So was there anything I missed? Does anyone have any other questions? I think this was a really good live. I think that we've covered a lot. We've gone over a lot. There's just so much that's happening that I don't know if we covered it all or not. But we'll do these maybe once a week. I'll go live and we'll chat with you guys and do a Q&A session. If you have questions about the ABMA, if you have questions about membership, if you have whatever, right? Feel free to ask. Our information is located on the webpage under official. Well, you go to the home screen and there's a tab there that says organizational documents. The SOP is there. So if you have a lot of questions about the ABMA, you can read the SOP. You can also read the what we're working on and things like that. So that's there as well. If you want to know about different jobs in the ABMA that are available, you can see them there. And then come here and ask questions, and I'll answer them for you. And we're going to get the president on board, the vice president on board. So we're going to bring those guys live as well, and it'll be a good time. So someone just asked when the next ABMA is. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, it was canceled. We are going to have a board meeting to cover all business for the year, but the next ABMA professional working group will be held in San Diego. We do not have the dates for that yet. They are working diligently to put that program together, and they have been working on it for a few years now. So we're looking forward to the San Diego chapter hosting that. And as we get more information about it, we will start to put that out, but it is a little more than a year away. So that's coming together right now. So I don't see any other questions really coming across. I'm getting thirsty because I've been talking too much. But if you like this, shoot us an email. Let us know that you liked it. You want to see more videos like this, send us an email. If you're a president of a chapter and you want to talk about your chapter, shoot me an email. Let's do a live session and talk about your chapter and what you're doing. If you are just an AB and you want to do things with the AB, let's talk. Let's get it up. Let's talk about it. So this is exciting stuff, right? ABMA is moving into the next century of our existence. We're excited about that. This is good stuff. So thank you so much for being engaged. Thank you so much for your dedication to our community. Thank you for all the ABs that are out there serving in the Navy right now. You keep the Navy running. And from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough for all that you do. So let's make sure that we're recognizing our sailors. If you have sailors you want to recognize, pao@abma-usn.org. Let's do it, right? So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you all about the fleet.